Hey, what's going on everybody? Dopamine Imbalance here, and today we're going to go ahead and review the Declasse Impaler. Let's get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and start reviewing this car. For starters, we're going to go ahead and get the sports brakes. And if they gone up with the price, I guess I'm tweaking. I haven't played a bit of GTA Online in some time, so not anything significant, but I haven't been playing in a hot minute. Yeah, these prices, man, they could be outrageous. Gonna go for the, yeah, I'm gonna go for the lowrider bumper. You know, it's called the lowrider bumper, but it's not really nothing lowrider about it. I guess it depends on how you define that, but yeah, it looks decent to me, normal. I'm gonna go ahead and get the lowrider bumper, and for the rear bumper, that is odd. It looks like the, oh, could just be a shine. You see that at the rear bumper? It looks like it's blue, just a flat blue. Very interesting. I do like the, it's not chrome, but it looks chrome, decent enough. That's for the car. Looks okay. Molded bumper, interesting. Trying to find the difference between that and this. So it's basically, are there little holes? Yeah, there are little holes. It's a little bit different from that second one. Well, even the first one has that. And so does the third one. So probably, you know what? Gonna go for a little bit of different. I was thinking about making this thing look just like the Dodge Challenger I had, the Charger, excuse me. But I think we're gonna change my mind and go a little bit painted here. So I think what I'm gonna do is, what is the difference? Molded. Okay, we're gonna go for molded and front bumper. Okay, that's colored, decent enough. Let's take a look just in case. Primary and lowrider. I'm gonna keep it. Man, it does look more mean and menacing when I have it like that. I'm gonna leave it like it is. Leave it like it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and get those engine upgrades. So let's see what it's at right now. So it's the performance is doing pretty good. There's a lot of traction on this vehicle, surprisingly. That's good for a muscle car. That is always good. It's gonna improve things when it comes to stability and, of course, speed, because you're gonna handle well. Of course, if you're doing like muscle cars, most of the time you'll be doing like drags and stuff, but whatever. You could definitely perhaps use this in a race with all that traction it has. And of course, we'll make it even better when we lower this thing down. So for the exhaust, not gonna do a side exhaust, and these are too extreme. I'm trying to figure out where I could barely see the stock exhaust are there, but I can't see them. I don't like that at all. Yeah, that's goofy. I cannot see the exhaust. They're just invisible. That sucks. Well, I could go for this big chrome exhaust sticking out like that. It's too aggressive. I don't want to do that. I'm probably going to have to bite the bullet and go for a side exhaust, but I really don't want to. A dual chrome plated exhaust and chrome plated exhaust. So basically that probably means that, okay. So that basically, yeah, that means that there's only one. Interesting. Not the biggest fan of doing that. I gotta make a decision, so I'm gonna have to do it. I'm not the biggest fan of the exhaust options, I'll be honest. Explosives make this thing go boom boom. Nope, we're not doing that, just kidding. So for splitter, definitely gonna get a splitter for this thing. And I think what I'm gonna do is go for a black one. So we're gonna go for the plastic and for the hood. What are we gonna do for the hood? Definitely want to do a little design on this thing. Let's take a look at everything first. Of course, I got a showcase for you guys. Put you first before myself. Got to remember to do that because I want you guys to see the customization options. And speaking of, there's not too many. Well, let's test and see if this bug catcher actually has animations. It does. Very nice. The Charger actually has animations too for its bug catcher. It's really cool to see that this has that as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to go for anything too extreme drag-wise, but I am going to go for something a little bit particular. I usually would go ahead and get myself some pins. Of course, usually, sometimes you get options with this. Of course, this is an older vehicle, so it makes sense that it's in the hood category, and then it's a part of one of the hoods. I'm going to go for the sports hood. I think the second one looks terrible, but that one looks pretty cool, interesting, intriguing. For lights, let's see if they're classic. Yeah, they are classic. Oh, I like that little animation, you know, roll down. That's cool. Gonna keep it classic, gonna keep it old style. Let's check out the liveries. So for the liveries we have, okay, this is very low rider. I tried to take this at Benny's. This is not a Benny's vehicle. I didn't know if it was or not, but no, it is not. So sports stripes, I like how that's unique, you know. I haven't seen anything like that in the game. That's cool. Classic stripes, they look a little bit gray, to be honest. I might consider that. That really does look cool. Two-toned. It's a bit too much, but if you like it, you like it. Definitely get the Declasse Racer. This is interesting. Seems a bit Mexicano. I'm not really going to go for that. Smoke flames. Oh, that's interesting. Pretty cool design. I like how it's like ombre, black in the very back, and then gray here. That's a pretty cool detail. But it's got that low rider je ne sais quoi to it, and I don't really want to get that. This is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really into the cheesy, cliche designs, but this just looks really good. It's lathered on there perfectly. It just, oh, that looks tight. It sticks out real well. I'm a sucker for it. I'm thinking about getting it, but I don't know, man. Let's check out everything else first. Fix up drag colors. Interesting name. So cool design too. And this one's it's okay. It's not as good as that first one though. Then we have Hawk and Little drag colors. Interesting names. That is also cool, and that is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get... Oh, those sports stripes are pretty dope. Of course, if we do that... Let's try something here, folks. Let's go ahead and make this thing white. See what it looks like. I'm going to go for classic. Make sure that sticks out a little bit better. If you go ice white, looks pretty dope. Then again, does white really look good with this thing? It kind of doesn't. Oh man, that's a shame. It really kind of doesn't look good. Let's see what some some browns would look like on this thing. Okay, so I made a little decision here, and I came up with this sunrise orange with the gray, dark gray stripes with a dark blue as the secondary color. And as you can see, it entails like little details of the vehicle, like the grill area, the bumper, and you know, the pieces of the window and the metal parts and the compartments, and even the windshield wipers, which is very unique, and also the mirrors I see. Those are tiny mirrors. I wonder if we can change those. We will see. So for the plate, what am I going to do for the plate? Oh yeah, we'll go for a blue. That actually kind of matches up decently well with my secondary color. That's awesome. And I hardly get that blue plate, so awesome. I have heard online that there's ways to get like something called Vice City plates, and I keep hearing about that, and that sounds really cool. I gotta check that out sometime because I'm into that sort of stuff, you know, the modded colors and the glitching of, you know, matte colors with pearlescence and all that, colored rims, chrome rims, you know, all that jazz. I gotta check that out and see what that's about, see if I can do anything with that. That would certainly boost the ante with my builds. For the spoiler, honestly, it looks really good without one. Gotta say, it really does look good without one. I might go for a lip, just to give it maybe... It looks okay. I'm gonna get the lip. Mostly I'm doing this to give it a little bit of downforce. It does have great traction, but hey, make it perfect, right? So, speaking of, I'm gonna go ahead and lower this thing even more. This thing's basically gonna look like a hot ride. It kind of looks a little bit cambered, but it's just the visual, the way I'm looking at it, perspective. One more thing, we're already maxed out even before the transmission or turbo upgrades, which is a great sign. This thing's going to be a hot ride for sure. We're going to get that turbo, of course, and for the wheels, you know, I like the wheels. I think I'm going to keep them. I could color them, but I think it's a little too overboard. I mean, the blue I've got right there for the secondary, that is pretty crazy. So I'm going to keep it like it is. I could go black, but you know, these are stock rims, and I actually like them. Something about this is definitely a muscle rim, but it looks, oddly enough, it just looks like too, what am I trying to say? It looks chrome, even though that it's like, or maybe I don't know enough, and that's just how it is. It came with chrome. Sometimes there's like rims and stuff like that are already in the game, and you know, you can find them in here, and they're for other cars in the game, and sometimes cars have their own particular rim that you can't buy I'm gonna change the rim to El Jefe, and I'm pretty satisfied. So let's see if we want to do some tire designs. I'm gonna skip out on that. I think it looks just fine. Actually, I will get tire smoke and get the blue, and I think that'll be dope. Get the blue tire smoke. Hardly ever get that tire smoke, but I'm gonna do it this time, and basically done. So we're gonna go ahead and take this thing out on the streets and give it a test drive. Let's go. Okay, so let's go ahead and test out and listen to that rev. Alright, so let's hit the roads and see how this thing handles and performs. The customization is, it's okay. It feels so weird, like, it feels, I'm surprised it still feels this way. When I got it stock, I noticed it, but it's still present. Actually, I feel as though it's worse. There's this bounciness, it's like, that's what she said. But there's this bounciness, and it's like, the acceleration is okay, the top speed is, it feels good. But look at this thing, it's like bouncing like the tires are balloons or something. Or like little beach balls. What the hell is that shit? I've never drove. This thing looks so heavy, and look at it. It's like it's on little balls. Instead of tires, it's just balls. That's what she said. Anyway. It's got great speed. You could drift with this thing, actually, in my humble opinion. I think you could make a drift build out of this. It slides so easy, it's easy to control. It's not the best handling vehicle in the world, because obviously you're gonna have to handbrake and stuff. Yeah, I've never had handling this odd. But anyway, everything considered, I'd give this thing I'd give this car a 6 out of 10. I mean, it's not got the best customization in the world. Yeah, not a lot of customization on this thing, but, you know, the performance is good. Don't have any complaints there. It could be a bit better acceleration-wise. The handling, you're not going to do any races with this thing, but, like, honestly, very curious to see how drift build would be for this car, because, you know, it's a muscle car, and some muscle cars are actually pretty decent. Oh, pretty decent at drifting, but anyway. 6 out of 10. It's kind of cool, but the handling is really, really weird. Like it's glitchy or something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And if you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. I could care less. But definitely check out my channel, my other videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everybody.